Okay, so the next question is simplify path. Okay, so given a string path, which is an absolute path, which is starting from slash to a file or a directory, right? You could have used the similar thing in terminal also. For example, this is my current path. Okay. Uh, right. I want to go to desktop. Okay. And let's say I want to go inside this, let's say the interview prep batch, and then I put a slash. Okay, and I get the options, which is, let's say, backtracking. Okay, and then let's say inside that I want to go, right? So whenever you have to kind of go into a file directory structure like that, you kind of follow this kind of a path structure. Okay, now what you have to do is this kind of a path that has been given to you, right? You have to convert it into a more simplified path. Okay, what does more simplified path means? That if you mention dot in the path, right, that means you are referring to the current directory. If you put a double period, double dot, that means you refer to the directory one up level. Okay, and if there are double slashes, it's nothing but a single slash only. Okay, so you have to take into input all of these things and then try to put out the output. For example, if I have something like this, okay, so at the end, if you put a slash, it doesn't make any sense. Okay, the output could simply be slash home. Okay, if I do slash.
So before moving forward in the video, I would like to tell you about the brand new offering of Algocamp, which is the Lambda 5.0 course. So this is the 5th iteration of the flagship advanced backend development course with Node.js, but this time it's bigger and better. This time Algocamp has introduced a lot of new projects. The whole ecosystem is going to be more AI powered. There are projects including Lovable Clone, your own AI fitness tracker, own AI interview planner and interview prep, I would say, tool. There is some deep engineering concepts around distributed transaction, using which you're going to make a payment system or a payment wallet system altogether. There's going to be a workflow manager project. You're going to try to understand how exactly you can use the concepts of, let's say, CDC in order to implement different projects. A lot of deep technical projects and deep technical understanding you are going to get. This particular course is going to focus on making sure that you understand the system architectures and deep system concept that a lot of senior engineers are always involved with, and try to make projects on top of that. You are going to see actual scaling strategies, replication strategies, how you can make sure that your system is fault tolerant, and concepts around, let's say, Kafka, concept around Redis and whatnot. There is so many different projects that are actually added, including a WhatsApp system, something like a Netflix like system, a Twitch like system, a lot of AI powered tools. We are going to actually make something like Lovable Clone and whatnot. Do check out the link in the description section below. Get the idea about all the projects that you are going to get and build. This is something that will take you from an absolutely beginner level backend developer to a very advanced level backend engineer altogether. We have received such great testimonies from the last set of batches, and people are actually loving what we have already built, but this time we have made sure that this is bigger and better. So do check out the link in the description section below and use this coupon code to get massive discounts on the current price. And now let's go back to the video.
This, okay, this doesn't really mean anything. Okay, this could directly be just written as slash home slash foo. Okay, and maybe more relevant to that, what could also be is, let's say I do slash home slash foo, something like this. Okay, so in that case, what is happening is I'm eventually trying to not go further and go back to the previous directory only. Okay, that means if I do something like this, it means this only. Okay, for example, if I do this, okay, that simply means slash home only, because you did slash home, then you're trying to go somewhere more deeper, but that is eventually nothing but bringing you back as well. Okay, I'll show you another like very good example for that also. Let's say I am in a particular project. Uh, let's say, so I have one of the repos over here, like it's a Sanket's repository only. You will understand this better through this example. So this is a particular repository, correct? And we are at the very root of the repository. It has multiple folders and then it has some file, okay? When I go inside this, do you see the paths that change from question tool slash docker, right? The path changed from question tools slash docker. And if I go anything more inside this, you can see it changed to slash mongo. But do you also see these two dots over here? This means you want to go back. Okay. So I was in slash mongo, right? And if I want to go back to slash docker, I will simply do this. Now, if I want to go to slash question tool again, these dot dot represents the previous directory. So wherever you are in, you go back to the previous directory. Okay, so this is what exactly it means. If I do slash home slash foo, this means nothing but this. Okay, so this is what the question specifically tries to say over here, that the path may be actually more complex than how it's supposed to be, right? You just have to simplify the path, convert it into a simplified canonical path, and then print the output. This is what the problem statement is. समझ आया सबको? And also the intuition that how we are just immediately replacing the character just behind us. Is there a single student who has a doubt in the question? No, right? Okay, perfect. I hope now the intuition is also clear about what kind of data structure we are really moving towards, right? What we will simply do is we will, let's say if this is given to me, okay, I will first take a stack, right? And before that, I will call this is a string, I will call the split function on this. Okay, what it will basically do is the moment I do string dot split forward slash, we will simply have a b, so everything will get splitted towards this. Okay, and in case if I have double brackets like this, okay, the output for this will be a b and nothing over here, because between these two brackets also there was nothing present. Okay, and then I have c and then I have this. Okay, repeating it one more time, if I have something like this, okay, this is what my output particularly will be. Okay, if you add another over here, I think it may give you another empty over here as well. Okay, but this is how the overall concept would work of how you could really do the split. Right, the moment I have this, now I think our job is a little easier to do now, right? If this is empty, don't do anything, right? If this is a, right, what you do is you just directly add it to the stack. So this is a. Now you have b, so just add b. This is empty, it may not come in the output altogether also. C, just add it. And the moment you come across this, right, which is dot and dot, okay, what you do is just remove the top element of the stack. Okay, so the moment you come across a dot and dot, just remove the top element of the stack. Okay, in the end, whatever is the final answer will be in the stack. Just make sure whenever you present the output, you just keep adding slashes in front of the output that you have over here. Okay, so this is how by using stack you can actually solve this particular question. If you actually come across the path names, just keep adding them to the particular, I would say, stack. If you come across two dots, just pop the top element of the stack. If you come across a single dot, don't do anything, simply continue. Does that make sense? All right, now that we have an idea also how we can kind of work on this. All right, so we have stack of string Very simple code, just that the concept should be understandable by all of you. Now, what are the different components of this? Dot split like this. You could also see what happens. Just to show you like how exactly everything is working. The moment I do this, so you can see when I do slash home slash, okay, I have this also, maybe print the length of the array. I think it will be empty space, and then so the size should be 2. 3 in fact, I think. Post that also. Okay, it gives 2 only. And how does that work? Is that you have slash home slash. So there is, if you don't see it, but there is a space over here also. And then you have home post that. And there is nothing after this, so you don't get anything. For example, if we do this, let's say we take this as an input. And if I do a dot string on forward slash, a dot split on forward slash, right, I will again have an empty string. I will have home. There is nothing between these two brackets. So I will have empty again, space over here, and then I will have a foo. Okay, so this is how it works. It may kind of let go as well. All right. So we have seen what our basically components array looks, right? Then we will do string directory. We go to each and every element of the components. If it equals, now there are multiple possibilities. If it equals a single dot, okay, or if it is not having anything, right? I told you, right? If there are 2 forward slashes together, it may lead to an empty element in the array. Okay, so in that case, you continue. You don't need to do anything because you are in the current directory only. Okay, a single dot means current directory. Stay at the current directory. If it equals this, okay, what do? You take out basically the element, top element from the stack. So if the stack is not empty, right, what do is you do stack dot pop. Okay, otherwise else, what do is if you come in the else situation, that means definitely you either had home, foo, or any similar character. So I will have this. Okay, I will just simply add it to the stack. Okay, in the end, what will happen is in the stack, I would have something like this: home and foo. Okay, these were the two, these will be the 2 elements in the stack, but I can't just return it like this. Okay, I need to add the relevant forward slashes at the right position. So I will create a string builder. Okay, for string, I will iterate over the stack. Okay, so this is one way where you can kind of actually iterate over the stack in the lowest position also. So you just do result dot append this. Okay, you do result dot append. First you add a forward slash, then you add the directory. So there will be, if this is home and foo in the stack, you add a forward slash in the output. Okay, then you add the element foo, home. Then you add forward slash, then you add foo. Okay, so this will be your final output as well. But remember, here what will happen is you may actually not have anything in the output in a few situations also. For example, if you follow this path, and that means if you do slash dot dot slash, you will actually not be left with anything. But in that case also, you have to return a single forward slash. So if you happen to come across not having anything in the output, right? If that means the length of the output is greater than 0, that means you have something. So you just return, convert the string builder to string and convert or send the output. Otherwise, if the result dot length is equal to 0, you simply just return a normal forward slash. Okay, because even if no path is left, slash is still left. Okay. My bad. Result dot length. So this is slash home slash slash foo. This is converted fine. And this is also converted fine. Okay. So this is how you can basically solve the question simplify